Car Care's reminders make sure you never miss an oil change, tire rotation, or any other important vehicle maintenance event. I will show you how to change existing reminders, add your own reminders, and show you what happens when a reminder is triggered. Car Care adds a few basic reminders to every vehicle, including an oil change every 5,000 miles or 6 months, whichever comes first. Maybe you'd like to be reminded every 3,000 miles or 3 months. To change this, simply tap the vehicle, tap reminders, then change any of the active reminders that you see. For oil change, I'm going to change this down to 3,000, and I'll change it to 3 months. Let's say I want to remind myself to replace my brakes after 30,000 miles. I simply add a new reminder, find brake replacements, and set the parameters to whatever it is that I'd like. That sounds good for now. Alright, and now we have a brake replacement reminder. Now I also want to remind myself to fill my windshield washer fluid every 20,000 miles. I tap to create a new reminder, but nothing quite like windshield washer fluid. No problem, I'll just tap the plus button to add washer fluid and save it. Now this lets me choose washer fluid here and on the new service screen. When I tap washer fluid, it creates a new one, and I can scroll up, say, actually maybe I'll just set it every 10,000 miles, or maybe 6 months. And now it's going to remind me about washer fluid. Now what if I want to have a 100,000 mile tune-up reminder and only want it to remind me one time once I get to 100,000 miles? Car Care handles that too. Let's add a new reminder, and let's do tune-up. And we really don't care about miles or months. We really care about this one-time reminder. So let's turn off the miles, and let's turn off the time. And instead, let's turn on this one-time reminder at 100,000. So that means when we get to 100,000 miles or kilometers on our vehicle, the reminder will go off and tell us, hey, you should do a tune-up. And here it shows the next service is at 89,550 miles. Why is that? Because currently we're at 10,450, and that's the difference. That's how many miles left until we get to 100,000 miles. Now let's trigger a reminder. I want to get my 3,000 mile warning for an oil change to occur. So let's go about 3,000 miles into the future. And we'll make something up to get a reasonable fuel economy. Yeah, that was a good guess. Okay, and now it says, oh, the oil change is overdue. It's been more than 3,000 miles since the last oil change. Okay, now we can see the orange wrench, and if we exit the app, we're going to see a red bubble reminding us that we have a service due. Back inside the app, we can see precisely how overdue we are by tapping into reminders and seeing, oil change, we're 2 miles overdue, just barely. So, how do we make this reminder go away? Well, we could delete it, but we probably should do that oil change. So, once we decide, hey, I've done an oil change, and yeah, let's say I just did it, and it was kind of an expensive one. Now when I hit save, no more reminder, and when I exit the app, the bubble is gone. We're done. Reminders always start counting miles from when you first enter a fuel or service entry for a vehicle, so when it's new, it'll just, this motorcycle will be at probably 5,000, the default for an oil change, which is 5,000 miles or 6 months. So you can, whatever you start your records at, that's where Car Care starts counting the reminders from. Hope this helps explain how reminders work.